All right, welcome back, folks. Are we ready? Let's hop back.
Y'all are a bunch of whores.
I mean, takes one to know one.
Mamas.
What's Baffy doing?
Headbutting my hand while I'm trying to fucking click on shit, and yeah, I'm trying to play my gay love.
Aw.
And also, you talk about being lonely playing visual novels. I've been playing a visual novel almost constantly in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you've just been reading it to yourself. You've not been having
Yeah.
to narrate it.
Yeah, that's the pro of it.
Fucking try and flex on me of like, oh yeah, I do visual novels on it all the time. Bitch, have you been having to narrate like a fucking DM?
See, this is why I don't do them on stream as often. And also, I'd probably get a massive sore throat after only an hour. Mamas!
See, that's why you have some tea with honey on standby.
Also, my throat, I don't know why. I can't seem to talk as long as most other people can without getting, like, a really bad sore throat.
Thanks a bunch. Be sure to stop by again
For
tomorrow.
me,
been an
it
ongoing
depends. For me, it depends. I think singing as long as I
Welcome.
did kind of helped me because most of the time a lot of my breath and focus comes from my diaphragm, so that's a nice kind of base for me. So I have like better like breaths, so it allows me to talk for longer, and it allows me to put less strain on my throat like most people do.
I was in therapy for an hour talking a lot, and I ended up with such a bad sore throat. If I wasn't having to fast at the time, I would have taken a throat lozenge but I had to fast because of my afternoon meds.
Oh.
But my throat hurt so fucking bad from only an hour of talking.
Oof.
It doesn't help I don't get to talk nearly as much as I used to because stuck at home all the time.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But like,
Thank you
Also,
very
I'm kind of
much.
tempted to reheat some curry rice. Okay, this is a darling outfit. This is screaming Celine. Look at this.
oh, that does. It makes me think of Violet Evergarden.
Yes! Okay, why are you
I
saying
definitely
new
need
for
to figure
that?
out ways to be able to talk for longer without damaging my throat or hurting it.
Yeah.
Probably be kind of nice.
Alright. You know what? While I go AFK, Magnus, would you be okay with talking with chat?
Yeah, let me switch tabs for my Yaoi VA. Hello, chat. I'm taking a break from the. I don't think I can say what it was on board. Twitch.
on Twitch.
The internet is for porn. The internet is for porn. Why you think the net was born? Born.
I wasn't sure if I could say that word on Twitch, even jokingly.
Technically, you're not supposed to, but I quoted a song, so they can suck it.
And I didn't mean to say it. That was 100% Freudian slip. I meant to
Freudian
say
slip to the
Twitch.
fucking max.
Twitch.
That was so perfect. Okay, I will be RB.
Me calling Twitch porn. Oh my god. Dying. That was a joke though. currently reading about fucking fighting, not anything like that, which is what makes it so fucking funny, because it has nothing to do with that right now. Mamas. Little mamas. Oof. Hello, hey Crafty. I got a cat here who is being very attention whorish, as usual. It's nothing new, huh, mamas? Yeah, it's never anything new. It's the same old, same old. Oh, gonna headbutt my water bottle. She's happy I'm in the office, which is her space for once. Because I haven't been in here very often, because I've not been doing a whole lot. I've been dealing with extreme fatigue, so I haven't left the bed a lot lately. On the bright side, I have a Steam Deck, and I can stream my visual novels from my computer to my Steam Deck, and it's fucking awesome. Even if I'm physically fatigued, at least that way I can keep, like, mentally occupied.
What does my face look like again?
I'm hoping to get back into regular streaming next week. Made... Bye-bye! Shit over. My mom's made some adjustments to their house, putting up, like, some UV protective, like, films on the windows and stuff. So hopefully I won't be having as much extreme fatigue and, like, flares. Now that the other main place that I am during the day, my parents' house, will have more UV protection than it has lately. Fingers crossed. I can't hear what's going on his side, so you can't bog me. You have to wait till Friday to be able to do that. Yeah, mamas, are you happy you're in here getting so many pets? Yeah. All the pets. All the pets. Yes. Oh, just rubbing against everything. I mean, that's nothing new for him, though.
Sorry.
No thoughts, head empty.
If you were gay, that'd be okay. I mean, cause hey,
mamas.
I like you anyway. Road's VTuber model is staring
Road.
into the void. Meow.
Look,
Look at what?
the camera.
Oh.
She's letting me hold her like this, which is very unusual for her.
That's very rare, Baffy.
I think she just likes the fact she's getting a lot of attention.
Also,
pets.
did you cut your hair again?
No, it's in a.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just pulled back because it's fucking hot out.
no, mood.
We have the central air going
When I
full as our
imagined
portable
Poppy treating
ACs
me
just to try to
coldly,
keep
I
it
got so freaked out I froze up.
like at a good temperature.
Right, no, fair.
Because usually our portable ACs are enough, but
Yeah.
it's so fucking hot and humid out.
So last night I was doing a bit of farm. Oh, hold on.
I'll say this. I'm in the.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Goes with this, right?
I need someone who's a mutual friend.
What?
Shrimply guy, look at
Didn't
the
hear that.
shrimply
Yeah, he went from this, I believe,
To that.
to this, to that.
He has
I
iPads
don't
and
like-
yay!
This is my favorite
Hey
design.
Draven, hope you're doing well. Know what?
I like this one more than the current one, to be honest.
Hey Ergia.
No.
I was trying to find this grumbly one again. That one.
I know you like it.
Bonksazina.
Act like I don't see this stuff all the time, just scrolling through my own phone.
I'm currently making
No!
I was thinking about something else. Huh.
Try again, bitch.
You're all metal playing.
What do you mean just meant me?
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not also playing this.
yeah,
You little.
like
Yeah.
at least the
Road. You're going to clean this all
Oh,
up.
mamas! You're gonna turn it off again.
please.
Alright, where is Coggy? Well, actually,
Slayer?
No, I thought that was the monster.
Listen to what other people say.
No.
alright. I will
You
go
can send me
to...
over text.
Ow?
Talking to Ergia.
Ye.
Take that.
Can y'all calm the fuck
I'll
down?
catch this stuff all day.
Why the fuck is...
I don't know why. I don't know why me and Audrielle are fighting.
What?
Well,
Oh, you
it is a
said
pleasure
one
to make
slur.
your acquaintance.
So you're top cat.
I didn't hear
In
one
that
slur.
case,
I heard one
I'm
slur.
Meh.
Good to
I was
meet
like,
ya.
what slur?
Shambles and stock.
You little-
Like racing. Hey. Hey.
I'm sad. I forgot condiments for my burrito. No! Alright, where the fuck is Kagi? Kagi doesn't work.
Yeah.
Mom is expecting tomorrow. Tito.
There we go. Second time's the charm.
I like your vibe. Cocky.
Well, anyway, Lucy.
Phew. That
Limit 2.
You better.
Mama, you turned off the dehumidifier.
That looks like he was jorking it.
Sorry about before.
Yay!
I'm sorry too.
Who was that?
Audrielle. Now, now that this is done,
We were able to clear the air.
yes, thank you, thank you. All right, you know what, Magnus? How about you choose my next level up gift? Should it be a good, a quirk, or a catchphrase?
I'm currently...
I just
Here's
hear
how I was in the office
violent
for myself.
finagling with a controller.
No, that wasn't with the controller. That was with the AC. I was
Oh,
hooking up the bucket. So it can drain water while I'm in here. It might not even need it, because we keep the office and the living room at a higher temperature than the bedroom, so it usually doesn't produce as much like condensation.
gotcha.
But anyway,
Crafty, why bonk? I didn't do anything lewd yet.
I'm gonna say little quirks.
Okay.
Get to the next tab. Next tab.
Huh? Do not make me a public farter, you bitch.
Did you read my mind? God damn it, how did you know?
Same brain cell, bitch, but no.
God damn it. Well, you asked me for one, I should...
You tried and you failed. You tried and you failed. As now they're cackling just someone clip
feel
that.
like-
That was too
Hi,
perfect. All right,
I'm surprised no one clicked me saying fucking porn instead of Twitch.
right? Oh yeah, I've added a few new items.
Hi, mummies. Miss Mama. It's so interesting hearing the fucking Tomodachi music, and then also superimposed on it is the background music for slow damage.
Ah! All right, so I've been doing some grinding. Let's see how many levels we're gonna get.
A second. This is the music I hear simultaneously with Tomodachi Life.
Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13 levels.
If you click on the stream I have, you can hear what I hear.
Hold on.
This is the music that's going on alongside the Tomodachi. It's just a suspenseful sound.
Right. Oh, dadgummit. I need to exit. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I was trying to figure out, oh, how can I exit out of watching and listening to your stream?
I just ended the stream.
Okay. I guess we'll grab all of these.
And there's a stop watching button if you get the
Yeah,
big screen.
I just couldn't find it.
Mamas. Yeah.
Okay, now which ones am I missing? Beach?
I'm gonna go piss.
Okay.
Out of my lap.
We interrupt to bring you some breaking news. We've just received some shocking news. Against all scientists' warnings, the outer space is available via travel tickets at the Wishing Fountain. It's reported that this is the final travel destination that will become available. Residents are expressing excitement and trepidation in equal measure, with comments like, "The mysteries of the cosmos will finally be mine." And do they even have islands in space? It sounds like a wish is available at the Wishing Fountain now, so someone can leave for this once-in-a-lifetime tour right away. This has become the talk of the town as residents wonder who among us will be the first to brave that icy and infinite unknown. Thanks for watching. I'm Apple, and you're up to date.
Just getting all of these. Damn, I didn't realize that I still hadn't gotten so many. Question Road. I want lemonade. Should I wait? I'm not hurting anymore, but last night it hurt to drink lemonade and I threw up. Wait.
No, you shouldn't. If you drink it last night and it caused you a stomachache like that, you might have something like gastritis or duodenitis, and it will just get exponentially worse unless you let your body heal.
Yeah.
I can't drink like lemonade and stuff like that now, like ever, because I will be nauseous for the next 3 days to a week.
Fuck.
Do not put yourself in my fucking situation.
Please.
Good evening. I want... What Good evening, Corey. Do you feel like talking about Pokemon?
You know,
Question for you,
Erp.
Toby. You can choose between Pokemon and birds.
What were you saying, Magnus?
about like just been thinking about like when I was on
I
tea
guess
lately,
Mhm.
and
Pokemon.
I've realized now. I think that's the healthiest I've ever been was while
Well,
on
if
tea.
that's the case, we're
Oh,
gonna get
dang.
along just fine, bitchin'. Let's be
And there's a
friends.
small part of me that wishes I didn't have to stop it. Like I didn't want like the continued masculinization effects of it, but oh my god, the health effects and how it basically helped with all of my health problems was
Right?
fucking amazing. And as soon as I stopped it, my body got back to its normal hormone production. It felt like I got hit by a ton of fucking bricks. And I think,
Seems
and it definitely,
yeah.
I don't know if it going off of it triggered my autoimmune condition or just made it
Feel
worse.
like a game of me.
Because I've been wondering if maybe I had it before I started tea.
Here's your first mystery. Zeta.
And it just like
Who do you
the
think?
testosterone inhibited the autoimmune issues. But I
Right.
definitely developed it like within the few months after it
Who do you-
stopping tea.
Right.
The answer.
Right.
Ren. And
Oh, I
finally,
was watching the stream, not
Who do
your
you
think
actual,
this
Not
Oh,
in
you're
the
showing.
not in the chat.
yeah.
Scarlet
but-
Ren.
Yeah. Been thinking about that, and I'm just like, damn.
Yeah. That's genuinely crazy
Congratulations,
though.
you
Like
won.
damn.
Yeah, because like
Time for your
it
prize.
was
Go ahead.
like within
pick
like
one.
3 to 4 months of stopping tea that I started dealing with all these health issues.
Oh
It
shit.
took a little bit like, first it was migraines, because I have a migraine disorder, which I've had my entire life. And I knew estrogen was a migraine trigger for me, so that I kind of knew.
Could you
But,
bring me
like,
some
not
I
too
don't
long
want to.
after that, even, like, I think around that time is also when I started dealing with my stomach issues and my autoimmune issues both started showing symptoms.
Oh.
It was within like
Apparently, Serenity has a
like
massive
4 to
crush
6
on Zelda.
months of stopping
Oh,
testosterone that those
Another
kind of
massive
started.
crush.
They
Mhm.
weren't as
Oh,
bad as they
for
are
sure.
right now, but
Everyone
they
knows.
started then and have
It's
been
so
getting
obvious.
progressively worse then.
Have you heard the rumor
It's
going
crazy.
around about cats?
Yeah, but there's no telling if
The,
it's
the
true or
stomach
not.
issues might have been later,
Well,
but the
Mhm.
autoimmune
Magnus
stuff I
said
think
it's
started
all
around
made
that
up.
time. It just took a while for it to get
Apple and
worse to
Tina
the
make
point
a
where
good
I
couple,
noticed the
don't you
symptoms and
think?
went to the doctor.
Even their names sound good
So
together.
random thing, I
You
just
got that
realized
right.
my 3D model really shows when I am
Now that
actually
think
eating.
about it, Corey's
Like,
been talking
I don't have a
about
way to
Shira
show
nonstop
like my hand
lately.
capture right now,
It's bordering on
but
obsession.
Yeah.
when I am like
Corey
chewing,
just
oh, it
loves
shows.
talking about She-Ra.
I'd love to get a 3D model eventually.
Or two.
It's not gonna be anytime soon.
Adriana for burning. Tina kept-
I'm lucky I got mine when I did. Oh, ads in 5 minutes, ads in 5 minutes.
I've been taking a lot of walks lately, but can we build some?
Let's see your vision. What are you thinking?
Yeah,
I mean, yes. Yes, I am totally down for that.
It will. Oh yeah. All done.
Huh. Good evening. Who in Darling Cabal, Beth? I'll grab Ixion.
Let's see. And while this goes on, I will stuff my face with more curry rice.
On 3, say which one of us in Darling Cabal comes to mind when you think of a smarty pants. 1, 2, 3. You.
You.
There was much debate on the topic, and in the end, I'm glad I heard Ixion's opinion.
So, what new games have you been getting into, Magnus? Or
Slow
just
damage.
games in general? What?
Slow damage.
Need to get your Fujin fix?
Feel like
Yes. I'm trying to 100% it. Finally.
here's
Check your
your
DMs
first
real quick.
mystery me shadow. Who do you think that? The answer is Anastasius. Next up, your second mystery me shadow.
Oh,
Who
whoa.
do you think this is? The
But what's
You
everyone
even
been up to
bloody-
in chat?
your
What have y'all
last
been up
mystery
to?
me shadow.
Don't forget that at 10,
Who do
I do
you
have
think
my
this is?
collaboration with the Dark Prism Cabal. So that is
The
Bluey
correct
and
answer is
folks that
Damon.
I know, like, roughly, not 100%, and I also don't remember who all is in the group.
Congratulations. Time for your prop.
But I plan to do 100% slow damage. Then I'm gonna go on to Lamento and then some other Nitro and Chiral games. I'm gonna try to
Nice.
100% all of their released games.
Nice
which
seeing
is a
you,
fucking
dear.
lot. Well,
Nice.
they
Nice
don't have a
stuff you
lot of
got.
games, but several of their games is long as
Well,
fuck.
Right.
That's worth. Come back again.
Just one word. E.
I do not think I've ever fully completed a route in Lamento because it is a long ass game, even doing one
Oh, I
route.
bet.
Welcome.
It's probably as long, if not
Please
twice as
come
long
again.
as DMMD.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lamento is very long. It's also very good. It has cat boys. Gay cat boys. My favorite thing.
How?
I mean, so
Here's your
long as
first
the
mystery
gay
shadow.
cat boys aren't
Who do you
from,
think
say,
this is?
Loveless.
You had to bring that memory back.
The answer is Corey. Next
That
up,
was
your
such a-
second mystery me shadow.
Have you read
Who do you
Loveless?
think this is? The answer is
Sir, you
Polyam.
asked that right as I had
And
some food in my
finally,
mouth.
Your last
But
mystery me shadow. Who do you
I
think
have
this
seen
is?
some episodes of Loveless. I got too uncomfortable to watch it in full.
The correct
But I
answer
have not
is
read the manga.
Episodes? Okay, I was
And
gonna
the
say,
anime.
I read the manga. There was an anime?
There was an anime of Loveless.
Congratulations, you won.
I read some of the manga.
Time for
Some
your
of the
prize.
ideas they had in it was interesting, but like, was it so fucking weird?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the dynamic they had was so problematic.
Oh, absolutely.
If they had the characters older, it wouldn't have been a problem, and it would have
Yeah.
been genuinely like an interesting concept. But the characters way too fucking young.
Correction, they had the love interest that was kind of painted as a submissive, way too young.
Yeah.
The one who
yeah.
was the top, the dom, or the one who was pushing for the relationship was an adult.
Ah. Whoa.
I thought he was a teenager.
I'm pretty sure
Like
he
high
was an
school.
adult. I'm pretty sure the
Oh.
one who was pursuing the
What's up?
relationship was an adult while the cat boy was in high school. But yeah, let's be honest, a lot of anime and stories and manga from that era, from like from early 2000s backward, so like 90s, 80s and whatnot, had a lot of problematic relationships. Look at Sailor Moon.
Oh,
Usagi.
you're right.
Usagi is in middle school. And Mamoru is an adult.
In where?
Sailor Moon.
Oh shit.
In Sailor Moon, at the start of the series, Usagi, or Serena, is in middle school. She is 12 going on 13.
And how old was her love interest?
Mamoru? He was an adult.
That's almost
And
the
they
exact
excused it-
age difference.
And they
between
excused
the
it
two.
because they are reincarnations of the princess and prince of the moon and the earth, respectively. And so they are predestined to be together through whatever, like, cosmic hijinks. But Usagi is still a minor.
I just looked it up, and that is almost exactly the age difference between
Same
the
dream
two
every night.
main characters that
From Loveless? Oh, God.
The younger one was 12.
Oh,
The older one is 21, and I'm like, oh, that is so much grosser now. I thought it was like,
Well, this
Younger
is
high
also
school and high
unfortunately
school.
because through the 90s and early 2000s, popularly, Japan's age of consent was still only 13 years old.
Yeah. I read that as I can't remember what age it was. I was a minor myself when I was reading that series.
Mm-hmm.
And I was either being groomed or like had been groomed recently, so I did not see much issue with it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gerard Ballard.
So like, yeah, that's a big old fucking nope.
Mm-hmm.
If the characters were adult, it would be an interesting, like, it had some interesting ideas. I will stick by that.
Right, but with
but,
knowing
like,
that
with it-
the love interest is a minor, it
yeah,
makes the power dynamic, and I would even argue the characterization and the dynamics and character arcs that they go through to get to their love, it makes it really problematic, really sexualized, especially for the minor.
yes.
Like, this
Oh,
is
agreed.
it's very similar to, in my opinion, to Rurouni Kenshin and the sexualization of Kaoru, who was a minor while being pushed and portrayed as Kenshin's love interest. And combined with the fact that the mangaka was found to have held hundreds, if not thousands, if I remember correctly, of child exploitative material, and still has been kept by his manga label to continue writing. It's just disgusting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree.
Like, for me, I am
did your
generally
stream
I
just
am
drop?
genuinely of the opinion of, similar to how I can't read Harry Potter anymore, or I can't support Harry Potter anymore because of the transphobia and other horrible takes of Rowling, I cannot touch Rurouni Kenshin anymore because of the themes and also the problems that the mangaka have done. Sailor Moon, I give somewhat of a pass because it was written during its era, and that era is definitely much outside of my scope. Also, Sailor Moon does still have some significance when it comes to culturally impacting the magical girl genre, but it is definitely part of a vacuum of its era when it comes to the love dynamic between Usagi and Mamoru.
Yeah.
In contrast, Rurouni Kenshin, especially with what we know of the mangaka, what he saved and what he did, how he sexualizes minors and especially girls, it bleeds into how he represented certain characters in Rurouni Kenshin, Kaoru included.
Yeah. Thinking about it, now that I realize how young the main character was in Loveless, it's even more fucked up because, like, do you know why it's called Loveless?
No, I do not.
In the manga, there is this idea that so there's fighting groups where one is essentially the wielder, essentially, and the other is the weapon. And Loveless's dynamic, if I remember right, Loveless is the wielder, and the older dude is the weapon. Oh. And the reason that it is called Loveless is because
Howdy,
the
sugar.
usually the wielder and the weapon each has a name that is the same and also is
Yum.
kind of their defining trait throughout their life. Loveless's is being without love. His older brother, who was originally the older dude's the love interest. I'm just gonna use that for right now because it's easier and I forget what his name is.
Yeah.
His name was Beloved. Everyone loved Lovelace's older brother, and including Lovelace. While for Lovelace, the only person who really treated him
Thank you.
decently was Beloved, and so there was that kind of fucked up dynamic. And it also turns out that one of the big reasons that Beloved was loved by everyone is he was a fucking massive manipulator.
Good evening.
And the love interest was one of the very rare nameless, and for someone to be the weapon of someone who is to be the weapon or the wielder of someone is nameless, you have to kind of get physically marked by them in some way. Beloved carved his name and scarred him with his name of Beloved.
Okay,
While
nice to meet
Lovelace's
you.
mark was a ear
I'm Kendall.
piercing.
Kendall, was it?
Holy shit.
Clark.
Yeah. And knowing his age, it's like, oh, that is even more fucked up now. He's
Mhm.
an abused 12-year-old. Fuck. Jesus.
It's so easy to talk to you, Kendall.
It's that kind of, I guess,
I'm not
the
feeling
thing
like
I think is
myself.
interesting for story concept is that idea of, like, having a name and your partner in, like, a fighting thing, it's not necessarily romantic, being, like, having the same name as you, kind of thing, like,
I think
a
it's
soul name
interesting,
kinda
but it's
thing.
also way too
I feel like a
binary.
heavy
Not
weight
only
is
when it
too
comes
Yeah.
much on my
to
shoulders.
relationships, it's very monogamy heavy. It kind of
Oh, yeah.
romanticizes the soulmate concept, in my opinion. And it
Oh, yeah.
especially
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of makes the whole concept of predestiny really toxic, because like if your soulmate is someone who treats you horribly but you're just predestined and you're supposed to deal with it, like what does that say about your dynamic, that you are doomed by destiny and the stars to be in a horrible relationship and have a horrible sense of self-worth that can only be fulfilled by someone who treats you horribly?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does. And that, funny enough, it did actually kind of cover that with Beloved, because, like I said, the main love interest was nameless. So he could be anyone's weapon, essentially, as long as they physically marked him in some way.
Serenity. Could I have your name?
And Beloved treated him like
please.
shit. But
Nice to
also,
meet you.
a lot of people
Serenity.
treated him like shit
Pineapple.
because he was nameless. He could be anyone's weapon, but also
And that's
he kind of
crunchy.
settled for Beloved, if that makes sense. Because like no one else would accept me, and then Beloved literally leaves him for his.
So Nameless was
other-
abused and manipulated. He
Yeah.
settled down with Beloved
Thanks for
because
helping
Beloved
me
was the
and
one
Apple
person
get
who was treating
closer.
him somewhat remotely okay. Nameless
Not
was
really.
thinking with a traumatized mind, and after being tossed out by Beloved, went to a minor in order to get some satisfaction.
Yep. If I remember, I can't remember how they met, but if I remember how they met was, I think, Lovelace got kind of forced into a fight and didn't really have a choice, not by Nameless,
Thank you.
but by someone else.
Jam Flippy.
And they just happened to pair up at that time,
Single checks to
and
know.
then it became like a regular thing, if that makes sense.
Hey,
Mhm.
come on. Flimper,
Um,
Flimper. Yeah,
But yeah, more or less, yeah. Which part of the reason they were paired together is because both were searching for Beloved.
Floppy tooth.
Because Beloved just disappeared in both of their lives.
Wow.
Yeah, he abandoned both of them. And abandoned Loveless with the abusive
I'm feeling a
mother.
bit down.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a very fucked up dynamic.
Yum.
But it does there's very much that kind of toxic soulmate kind of thing.
Hmm.
But I think that was intentional.
I feel like a heavy weight has been lifted from
Looking
my
at like
shoulders.
what I know of the story and the beats of the story, I think some of that was very
The
intentional.
story beats, yeah, it may be intentional, but when it comes to the dynamic of the main, quote-unquote romance, it does not help. It does not help
No,
at
it
all.
does not. No, it does not.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, really, the ages of all the characters is what makes everything that much fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so much more fucked up than because like the concepts, if they were both adults, would be interesting as like a story about like abuse and stuff. But with their ages, it's like, oh no.
You know what this also reminds me of when it comes to Japanese cultural discourse? Lolita fashion and the term Lolita. A lot of people in the Lolita community, when it comes to the fashion community, are trying to reclaim the term Lolita and undermine the Western misunderstanding, which isn't really a misunderstanding when the book My Lolita was made by a Russian, if I remember correctly, of someone fantasizing on a toddler. Yes, like the fashion is not the community. The fashion is not the term. The fashion is not the predator. But at the same time, they are heavily interconnected, especially in Japanese culture. If you really want to be supportive of people, and if you want to distance yourself from the term, and distance yourself from those who weaponize the term to target minors, you can do better, at least in my opinion, to think of a different term. If your fashion is rooted in, Victorian fantasy and Victorian fashion, then create a new term related to that to put more emphasis on the fashion, rather than this horrible term that has been used and resulted in a term for a complex that is used to name and for some people justify harm and predation of minors.
Yeah. I don't know much about like the Lolita stuff. I just know that I've heard the book gets a lot of people misinterpret what it's supposed to mean because it's supposed to be like a story about like grooming from the view of a predator, and it's supposed to be like
It's an unreliable
narrator, yeah, kind of situation.
Yeah.
But people see it as a love story when it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be an abuse story.
like
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I am with you on that. The
I've not read the
book
book
My
story
Lolita
yet.
is not supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be a positive. Sorry, Ergia.
I mean, yeah, even some people said that the author was a victim.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people didn't. I guess it's like kind of why he told it.
I feel like a heavy weight has been lifted
I mean,
from my
I-
shoulders.
Hoping that, I mean, in my opinion, the whole movie should not have been made. And because
Hey, terrible system.
like sexualized the movie that
Yum.
stuff that went to the list.
Yeah. Okay. You know how we mentioned that the story we were initially talking about, that it has their cat boys
I
or like
feel
have
like a
cat
heavy weight has
ears.
been lifted from my
Yes.
shoulders.
Do you know why they have cat ears?
It resembles their virginity. It resembles their innocence.
Yep. Yeah, it represents their virginity, yes.
Are you
Loveless.
talking
Yeah,
about
that's the
Loveless, yes,
conversation you
Ergia.
keep walking in on. Because I actually did read it. When mind you, I was a teenager who'd just been groomed when reading it. And I did not realize I was groomed yet.
Had the luxury of not going for those animals. I was perfect for writing it. I was safe. I went for Bleach.
I was deep in the Fusion community, and this was when I don't think Loveless was
Could you take a photo?
popular, but it had been popular in the recent past at that time.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh wow, cute animal cat. People, and then
Yeah.
finding
Because there was also because I remember one of the other story
You're
points
pretty good
is
at that.
that was covered was not involving the two like main characters, but the teacher instead, because Loveless's teacher was still had her ears and was kind of made fun of for it. Like seen as like a child because she hadn't lost her ears yet, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Like, to put
I
it simply,
wonder-
when it comes to the story for Loveless, whatever the mangaka and the writer were trying to do, the math ain't mathing.
I was about to say, like, thinking about like
Good
the points of
evening,
the story and
Ro.
how it could be used for social commentary. I'm wondering if like
Do you feel like talking about
the writers were kind
a
of
wardrobe?
knew the very
Sure.
tip of what they were trying to get
You can
at,
say that a
but didn't
wardrobe makes
understand
you
like
think
the
of
full
some baked
complexity
sweet
of the
potato.
social issues
I
they were trying
really
to
don't
comment on.
think they did. I really
I don't either,
But of course,
because like those
that's like
kind
the
of
number
things
one rule
could
when
be
it comes
used
to a wardrobe.
to do
You
an
know what's up,
interesting
top
story on like social commentary.
Babe, I could
But
talk
how
about
they
a
were done in
wardrobe
the
all day
book
long.
was
Wanna be
so
a
fucking
friend?
bad.
Absolutely. I am
think
with
we are
you.
friends now.
It's like they tried to do it and they just fucking said fuck it and took a fucking sledgehammer. No, not even a sledgehammer, a fucking wrecking ball.
I came in like a wrecking ball!
It required like a jeweler's hammer, something that is fine with precision, and they used a fucking wrecking ball
Uh-huh.
and just wrecked what they were doing instead.
Road and
No,
I
I'm
became
with you.
friends.
That top hat
Also,
always has
speaking
something
of
interesting
like
to say.
commentary and whatnot, I just sent you a draft for a video script. Can I get your thoughts?
Oh fuck. Make me read
And keep
something
in mind,
other
I
than-
churned out most of that in like 2 fucking hours.
You're making me read this much. And it's not even fucking yaoi, goddamn it.
Oh, so what you're saying is that I need to write erotica? I see how it is.
Yes. Make 2 men kiss.
Kiss! No, I didn't. I didn't.
That's not me.
Bear?
Camera.
Uh-huh. Also, why did you say that's not mid?
Because it's scissoring.
Oh. I mean...
did the scissoring gesture. I made 2 men kiss.
Yeah,
If it
no,
was
sweetheart.
Transman, that might apply.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Oh, actually, Transman Yaoi.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, killing stalking.
Oh god, killing stalking.
I'm so glad I went to fandom and reading this.
I avoided the fandom, but I read the story.
Like,
How bad is the fandom?
The fandom I've heard is atrocious because I never was part of the actual fandom for it. I thought the story was decent from what I read. I think I only read to like season 1. I don't think I read it in its entirety because it was still being made when I was reading it.
Right.
I think I read to the end of season 1, maybe a little bit into season 2. And like, it's a
Barf.
very fucked up and toxic dynamic. But a lot of the fandom, from what I understand, took it to be very romantic. Me, on the other hand,
BHRF.
I knew it was toxic and fucked up.
BHRF. Fair.
But I kind of, like,
Fair.
in fiction, I would never like this IRL. But I like toxic and fucked up
Fair.
stories because I like exploring that kind of dynamic. I think it's
Right.
interesting.
I mean,
But like,
we should be able to be more open to discuss about and like read and look at toxic relationships. They're important to know and understand. And let's be honest, a lot of the Fujin community and a lot of Fujin stories are rooted in toxicity, not only for us to like commentate and to discuss, but to also introspect and think of like our own understanding of relationship dynamics. Because a lot of Fujin content, especially in Japan, is rooted in the fantasy of having a genuine relationship with someone. A lot of the time, because heteronormative relationships are so sexualized, it's easier to use like two men or two women as a concept to represent romance and actual connection, emotional connection, misunderstanding the more natural aspects of relationships and dynamics that heteronormative culture takes for granted.
yeah, and I would say like some of the, because like I'm a Fujin, I read a lot of yaoi. There is a lot of like toxic. There's a lot of like toxic tropes.
Junjo
dark-
Romantica, Sekaiichi Hatsukoi.
Let's see if I can find a new way.
There's a
Fair.
lot of very like
Sugar
messed up ideas and like stuff like that in it that are just normalized and seen almost even as romantic. And there's a part of me because I think there's actually been, I don't know if there's been like actual studies,
Huh?
but
Sup?
a lot of your
could-
yaoi is written by female authors.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a part of me that wonders, like, because usually the one that is abused
Yeah.
is usually the bottom, the uke.
Yeah, the uke.
And I do wonder if some of that is just because of how normalized like sexual harassment and stuff like that is towards women, if that is kind of projected onto the male characters.
Absolutely, it absolutely is.
And like there's also, especially with
nice to
how
meet you.
Japan is,
I'm Venus.
I think there's also
Good
this
day.
idea in
Venus.
Japan
I am called
that-
Celine.
a man wouldn't willingly be in that relationship per se. That it kind of has to be forced at first, and then they realize they like it after being forced, kind of thing,
You'll even charcoal with a grandmother.
which is really messed up.
Mhm.
But you also see that happen a lot in stories. Like I do not recommend like yaoi or a lot of boys love yaoi, MLM, like in terms of like Japanese media, even Korean, because web novels also do this. The Korean manhwa
Yeah.
also have these same
Welcome to the-
issues.
I'm
If you know that you're very easily triggered, especially easily triggered by anything that's forced.
Mm-hmm. No,
'Cause
absolutely.
It's
When
not
it
a
comes,
genre you want to explore with that as a trigger, because you will be triggered a lot. Even like seemingly innocuous stories that you wouldn't think would have that kind of thing happen in them frequently have that thing happen in them.
right? No, I
Um,
agree.
Whether sometimes in the main relationship, sometimes it's by other people. Like one gets either assaulted or the threat of it happens to
Mhm.
them at one point. That is also very common, even if it's not like the male love interest who is doing it.
Yeah.
Like the trope of one man being saved by essentially the seme from that
Good.
kind of situation is also common.
Yeah.
And
No,
there is
absolutely.
also sometimes
Yeah.
they weren't saved,
Mm-hmm.
and then they are having to deal with that trauma, which is a different.
What?
Like there's in like all forms, it kind of is
Got it.
present in the genre.
Right.
Which is why I don't talk about it as much, and I don't really recommend it to people unless I know their triggers.
Good
Mhm.
evening, Damon.
Um, because
no,
it-
yaoi as a
you feel
general
like
topic,
talking
as a
about?
subject is interesting, but it is
Watching anime.
heavily rooted in sexualization that
Tell me,
it's an
Yasha,
attempt of
how good are you
it's
at watching
attempt
anime?
it is an attempt
I don't
predominantly
want to
by
brag or anything,
female
but
and femme writers
I don't think you'll find
to
anyone on
try to
Polyam
understand
who's
and
better at
depict a
watching anime than me.
fantasy of a meaningful relationship, but
Last
it's
year,
still
I
rooted
came
in
in
a lot of the
first in the island's
sexism
great watching
that
anime
women deal
competition.
with and is projected onto the
Oh,
uke,
Don't mind me
predominantly
while I
things such
remove
as
my foot
SA
from
and
my
the
mouth.
sort.
Yep, and there's also, and because like
The gap between our watching
because like
anime
I think
skills is
one
too
of the
great. So
appeals
Damon
of
Yacht and I
yaoi
didn't
is
become
also like
friends.
for female readers is that you can kind of to a degree project yourself into either character.
Oh
If
yeah,
that makes sense.
absolutely. It's the same thing with
Yum.
ultimate kind of stuff. It's a because of more simplified characterizations of the uke in the case of yaoi, or the MC femme for an ultimate.
I feel
It
like a
makes
heavy
it
weight has been
easier
lifted
for
from my
folks to project
shoulders.
themselves into the story. Why do you think games such as Mystic Messenger are so popular? The ultimate, the MC, is literally just a blank slate, which makes it easy for players to almost parasocially interject themselves into the story and go for these love interests. Not only are people emotionally invested when it comes to the story, they're also emotionally invested when it comes to the dynamics.
Yeah, and like I get, because like I almost never consume like heterosexual media,
Really?
like in terms of like that kind of
I like
same equivalent genre.
Yeah.
yum.
Because like I tend to get the ick with it a lot because it's very obviously centric around the male gaze.
Yes.
There are very few that kind of cover women where the woman is clearly seen as an equal. It's almost always super heteronormative in like
Goody.
the woman being
I've got time to kill.
submissive, shy, like all these ideals that are kind of forced upon them.
Mhm.
And it kind of grosses me out a lot. Like, I do from time to time find stuff, and sometimes I do find like good stuff where that isn't the case,
Mhm.
where the female has like more agency. But it is so hard to find sometimes. Which makes me kind of lean more towards yaoi stories because like I just get the ick so easily from hetero stories.
No, I
Even in,
get
like,
you.
fandom,
Do you have
Even
in,
with
like,
the like the sexism and horrible things that go on in yaoi, the MC who is considered like the uke or whatever when it comes to the dynamic still has a lot more agency in the situation. Frankly, the
Yep.
agency isn't fully realized when it comes to understanding understanding their need and ability for boundaries when it comes to SA and things like that, but they do still have a lot more agency compared to an ultimate MC.
Yep. Yeah.
I would just
And
love
it just their ultimate I sometimes do read because usually those are meant for more of a femme audience anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't get the ick as bad in
Not
ultimate
fair.
as I do in other
little more.
ones because I like dating sim. They can be very
Amazing.
fun.
Yeah.
Like I still am a fan of Mystic Messenger.
saved me from
I actually
hiccups.
want to try to get. If I ever can't afford it, I want to buy the deeper routes to do Sevan's route and B's route. But
Are you sure you want to do Sedan's route given you have an interject of him?
yeah, I want to see what happens to him in his route. Because I am very curious. So yes, even despite that, I still want to do Sevan's route.
sugar.
Okay.
I want to take V on a date,
But,
but I have
like-
0 ideas.
It's
Oh.
very much. It's mostly like the like more
I'm looking.
male-centered genres that are more targeted towards the male audience.
Yeah.
That give me the ick so fucking fast.
No, absolutely.
And it's typically very obvious when
Care for
it's meant for men,
Yeah.
because you can feel the male gaze if you're a femme
here's your
person
first mystery shadow.
reading it at
What do
least.
you think it is?
Right. Well,
you
yeah, when
probably
you
also
see
feel that if you're
The
a trans man
answer
too.
Yeah. Oh no,
Second
absolutely.
Masala.
When you have
Next,
characters
your
that
second
have
mystery shadow.
crazy
What do
proportions,
you think it is?
like putting a whole representation to
The answer is
what was it? The song from
Gazpacho.
Chorus Line. Dance 10
finally,
looks
the last
3, or like the
mystery
line
shadow.
tits and
What do you think it
ass.
is?
Grab yourself a fancy pair.
The
It's like,
correct answer
bro,
is
there's more than just body.
ice cream
And
sandwich.
if seriously your main audience is geared towards those who sexualize women for the sake of
Congratulations, you
sexualization or sexualize any kind
Time for your
of
prize.
any kind of love interest, I do not vibe with you.
Yeah, and it's not even just like the art style or like the character proportions. It's just how it treats women as a whole.
I mean,
Like-
definitely, I'm with you. I just say character
Like-
design is one example, and it's a
Yeah.
very blatant example.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things that people see before they even dive into a game and look at like the story or the characterization.
Yep. It's definitely a thing.
Careful.
I think I don't know about in Japanese media, but it's in some areas it's getting better, and you
Here's your
find
first
more
suit.
better stuff
What do you think?
that is more like egalitarian or more or
The
even
answer
is meant
is-
to appeal to women more.
Yeah.
That you can find now, but it can still be rather difficult.
Yeah.
Hey,
I haven't
don't
kept up much when
buy
it
a
comes
whole
to Japanese media.
because- I've mostly just kept up with yaoi.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I haven't really kept up with Japanese media as a whole, namely because, especially with current events that have been going on with politics, there's been a massive wave of Japanese nationalism akin to American nationalism at the moment, which, if we see that it's already impacting things in the US, no doubt it's already impacting things in Japan, so I am keeping my distance.
Oh, I am not talking about like politics or anything. I'm talking about just like manga and stuff. Like, just
I mean,
the
true,
media
but
itself.
I'm also saying we see the political and cultural impacts in the United States when it comes to what's going on currently politically. A lot of people have been emboldened to be bigots, and it's been similar in Japan, especially when it comes
Yeah.
to like anti-Ainu and sexist kind of discourse.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of that in the media itself. But I'm not very well versed on any of that stuff, so
Hmm.
the media hasn't changed a whole lot.
Well, please come again.
It still has a lot of the same problems it's had for probably over a decade, if not longer.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably decade. For all of its flaws, I still love the genre.
Huh,
Yeah.
something
No,
on
that's a
your mind.
mood.
Like, I am still like a diehard Fujin, even if I acknowledge and I am very well aware of some of the problems of the genre as a whole.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
can read the stories with a critical eye of yeah, that's kind of fucked up if that happened in real life. But
Absolutely.
it's also fiction, and I like exploring things in fiction. I think it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Fiction is not meant to be an escape. It can be an analysis and allegory. We can be open to talk about stuff, and while also acknowledging this is not cool.
Yeah.
It's something that a lot of
Um,
fandoms lately have been kind of missing. Like,
I think even if you're not reading it with an analysis mindset, you can still kind of fantasize and realize that, if this was happening to an actual person, I would never support this. but
Yeah.
still like the characters and the scenarios in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm with
Like,
you.
just because it's fictional, that does not mean you support it IRL, but you can
Right.
still enjoy like using it as an escapism, even if you acknowledge the problems with it.
It goes back to the problems of fandoms of, like, say, and for a pretty good example right now,
Got a sec?
how the Amazing
I'd love
Digital
to play a
Circus
round of What's
fandom has
Missing.
been treating Gooseworks and everyone else over completely misunderstanding and misappropriating their reactions to a very old live stream where someone came in with the username like nega something, and because of a slight mispronunciation and slight misunderstanding of pronunciation, people thinking that's Ashley had dropped the N slur, the community decided to go absolutely off, quote unquote, roasting the community, namely Ashley and Michael Kovac, for this. And this is after people already talked shit on Kovac regarding him cheating on his then partner when they were polyamorous, which, yeah, cheating's not fun, but we don't need to be so fucking violent and feral on other people's actions, especially in indie animation, that we see them as subhuman the moment that they do any kind of mistake. Calm the fuck down, and if you've seen the finale of the last act in theaters, you will know what I mean. If you, I'm pretty sure this episode of this VOD will be posted well after the last act gets posted online. So if you see this and you've seen the last act, you know what I fucking mean. I do not want to say anything more when it comes to the last act because I don't want to give spoilers, but look in the fucking mirror and look at yourself while you are watching the last act and you will fucking understand.
Fandoms of any media really have a tendency to take things to the extremes. I've noticed this countless times. I've seen it in the My Hero Academia fandom. I've seen it in the Fujoshi fandom. I've seen it in
What's
the
missing is
I actually see it
French
less in the
onion
Fujin fandom because we're so
Next
kind
up,
of
your second.
Well, yeah,
picture.
because the Fujin community
out
tends to focus more on
and-
critical thinking.
3.
yeah. Well, it's
Missing
so
is
spread out, and also
Rice ball.
I feel like
and
there's
finally,
less of a
what's
collective
missing from
Fujin
here?
fandom, at least in the West,
3,
compared to like
2.
fandoms around
The correct answer
specific
is
stories.
Yeah.
King.
But like once you get into like specific stories, good example is Killing Stalking fandom.
Congratulations.
Uh-huh.
You won.
Once you get into like specific story
Time for-
fandoms, you start seeing the more extremes that communities will go through. And it's in the West. It's I can't say about other cultures because I
would say it's
only am English.
I would say it's global, just in
Yeah.
different areas it may be less of a problem. In some areas it's more of a problem. But I do
Yeah.
not want to I do not ever want to say that something is just a one area phenomenon. In some cases it can be, but when we're talking about fandom stuff, no, I think it could be a pretty global problem.
Yeah, I'd agree with it being likely global. But
Sure has
I
been
just
hot.
mean it like it's not. I can't say from personal experience kind of thing.
True.
I only speak English. But like I've seen it time and time again of just fandoms turning absolutely fucking toxic. Even like really, really good media like Gachiakuta. There's been some controversy to the point where the creator of Gachiakuta had to delete their Twitter account. And she's usually
Jesus.
been pretty involved with the fandom. Like, it happens time and time again. When there's a fandom and it gets big, it turns so fucking toxic because it's like the toxic people are always the loudest fucking voices. The
Mhm.
most of the people who are reasonable aren't like reasonable and, to be frank, are less mentally ill, are usually the ones who are quieter and and I mean that like as a mentally ill person.
Yeah.
Are usually the ones who are quieter and indulge in it in a healthy way. Which is why I include
wouldn't
the mentally ill thing.
Yeah,
Because
when it comes to that,
a
I
lot
wouldn't
of the-
say people who are less
Evening.
mentally ill. I would probably
Funny
say people who are
remixes
more
advice.
introspective.
Good to see you.
Just because I
I feel
don't
I
want to
think
lump,
mentally
I don't
ill
want to
in the
lump
sense-
mental
You know,
illness on one
something
side
new
or
to
the
wear.
other, because we both know there can be just as many people who struggle with mental illness who are introspective and are understanding and can use critical thinking skills, as there are folks who are who have mental illness who use their illness as a crutch to excuse toxic, cringe, edgelord kind of behavior.
When I say more mentally ill, I mean people who project their
Oh.
mental illness onto others and take it to the extremes instead. That's what I mean. When I say more mentally ill, I mean they harm others more.
I get what you mean,
Um,
but just, you know, my brain wanted to be pedantic. I don't want you to be
Yeah.
Coolsville.
Yeah. When I say more mentally ill, I mean in the sense of the harm you enact on others around you, kind of sense. Like you can be very mentally ill, you can be introspective and not hurt others, but still manage to hurt yourself and be just as mentally ill. Like,
Touche. Touche.
I'm more looking at like the external part of it, if that makes sense.
Touche.
outside
Yeah, I
looking
got
in.
you.
But I see that a lot in like larger fandoms, and then like there'll be controversy, it will blow the fuck up. And then once it calms down and people kind of leave the fandom for like
Good evening.
various reasons, because like the media's died, it's just calmed down, you start seeing like the positive parts of the fandom and the media, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You see the people who were genuine fans, who liked the media and who engaged in it in a healthy way, while all the people who were extremely toxic with it just left to the next fandom.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a rinse and repeat thing. And you see it all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen it in a fandom for a community that the media's not even released yet. I don't want to say it on stream. I can talk about it with you in person,
Yeah.
but I've
Is
kind of
it
seen that
the
same thing
visual novel
happen.
that you backed?
That I'm a Patreon supporter of, yes.
Yeah. Got you.
The
Got
studio
you.
behind it, yeah. I've kind of seen that myself to a degree, though. I wasn't really part of the fandom when all the toxicity happened. Well, I taken an interest in it, hadn't gotten that deep into it, and kind of like left it to see when the novel would get released so I could buy it. And then later became a huge fan of the entire studio kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then now I've heard like some of the shit that's went on behind the scenes, which is one of the reasons it's not been released yet. It's been delayed heavily because of how bad people were and how like genuinely abusive and toxic people were towards the creator.
Oof.
Like it's genuinely like the creator has PTSD from it. And had to take a year off because drawing the main character, gave them flashbacks kind of bad.
Oh, that is horrible. I'm so sorry for them. Wow.
Yeah. It's like, and I kind of, see that happening again. And the creator, mind you, is autistic and ADHD like both of us.
Right. Oh, dear fuck.
And dealing with like some of the same, like, was also dealing with like trauma and stuff at the same time. Some of it including the PTSD, but I think there was also other stuff going on.
Right.
I'm obviously never going to pry into because
Right.
it's
No,
personal
understandable.
for them.
That's not our
But
business.
they were going through a lot at the time, and it just was made so much worse by the fandom. And like there was like some of the stuff I've read like that happened was genuinely fucking horrific.
That's terrifying. Holy shit.
Yeah. But it's something, like I've said, I've seen it happen time and time again in various fandoms.
And I will be honest, I don't feel like this is a new thing.
And for some reason,
Pardon
it's
me,
especially
could I have a
vehement against
moment?
indie creators.
My name is Toby.
Well, yeah, because
Hello there,
unfortunately,
Toby.
with indie,
I'm known as
a lot of
Scarlet
people
Red.
have monolith indie animation, indie creation, especially with anti-AAA rhetoric, which, while I understand, like, to monolith indie animation as, like, this perfect get-out-of-jail-free card when it comes to capitalism, and completely dehumanize those that create indie animation, and minimize what indie animation and indie creation tries to not only create, but to allegorize or represent when it comes to what they want to create, is horrific. Indie animation and, like, fandoms in general have gotten so simple-minded, so close-minded, so tunnel-visioned, that they feel like they are the director. They feel like they can call the shots when it comes to something, because they feel like indie animation, independent animation, or other independent content, because it is independent, it can be controlled by the audience. No, that is not the case. While there can be some folks who create independent content for others to be able to have an input, at the same time, when it comes to independent content, there is still someone at the core of it that has their own vision and drive. If you cannot see that drive and you push yours as the only one, either make your own shit or shut up.
I think some of it is also that having a bigger studio offers more protections to the creators themselves, and more resources as well. So, like, bigger studios will have things
Help me
like
clear my
PR
mind.
specialists, human resource specialists, and other things like that that might be able to offer more concrete advice than like an indie animation project is gonna
I feel
have.
so much
And
better
it
now.
also is able to filter the comments that reach the author more. With indie animation, usually the creators are much more involved with the community itself because it's indie, and you kind of have to hype yourself up that way. You're in
Right.
charge of all the PR, you're in charge of all the advertising, all that stuff.
But because of
So
that
you
more
are very
personal
much the
interactivity,
head
it emboldens
of the-
parasocialism inadvertently.
Yep. While with studios, you don't get that same level of interaction because a big studio is handling all the other things. You're just making the show yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. So those who are doing indie projects just have less protection,
What day is it again?
basically.
Yeah. No,
Less
absolutely.
resources
I
and
agree.
less protection.
Terror ball
Oh.
system.
Less barrier. Well, less protections. I would agree. Also,
Yeah.
it's like because of the more personalization of indie creation, it feels easier for, like, through parasocialism to not understand, not respect, and not see boundaries. Again, it's this dehumanization of indie content and indie creators because they create something that you enjoy and you monolith.
Yeah, and like when you're working with like a larger studio, you can also get advice on how to handle the fandom too. Like there are certain like what is it?
Thank you.
Like
I really
etiquette
wanted this.
things, like
Etiquette,
unspoken
yes.
rules or
I
things
feel
like
like a
that.
heavy weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
That is known in like bigger studios, and creators might be advised on like how to handle the fandom, how to handle stuff that indie creators just don't have. They don't have that same backing and that same. They don't have people who are experienced with it to give them advice so much.
No
Things
matter
like
where you go,
one
tell me,
big advice
I'll
I've
never lose
heard
sight of you.
is like not
Challenge
engaging in all the
accepted.
media involving
I'll
your
hide as you try to find me.
what you're making, like not getting involved in like the theorizing, not getting
So,
involved
where is Dummy?
in like necessarily like the nitty gritty of the
Maybe.
fandom kind of thing.
Here.
You want to take a
Here.
step back, make it independently of
Couldn't be.
the fandom that is
Unassuming.
theorizing
Right.
and doing stuff. There are certain like tricks and like advice that are
okay,
standard in the
Tommy,
industry that someone
where'd
who's
you go?
indie and has never been in the industry just aren't gonna know.
Mhm.
And I think that makes it more prone to like can make it more prone to like fuck ups kind of thing.
Right. No, I agree. Also, Crafty just said in chat, it's like parasocial fans treat fictional characters as real, while real people are treated as fictional. Which I definitely see where you're coming from with that, Crafty. I agree. I would say, like, which is interesting because it's like fictional characters
You're talking
are
about, like,
humanized while
parasocial-
human people
That's
are
basically the thing with
dehumanized
the
and
part-
treated as like this perfect ideal simply because they create something that someone enjoys. But the irony with objectifying creators stifles that creation, but parasocial folks continue to lash out at the creators for not creating things in a way that they want. It's this Ouroboros of entitlement.
They're just like, they're like, wow, Go was such
You're
a.
muted again.
I'm feeling a
Oh.
little
They're
upset.
like, Go is such a awful person.
He was saying, could you imagine me if I like started a project or something? I just said,
Yum.
you're so antisocial, I don't think you'd interact anyway, so you might be saved by your antisocial.
I'm working on a project, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, I have a theory about your character. I'll be like, okay, okay, and then or like
It's
not like it, but then
I'm feeling
don't
a little
respond
upset.
at all.
Yeah.
yum.
I feel like you'd get more like
Creator's so.
I don't think you'd ever get big enough to face this, but I think you'd face more like
I feel
issues with being him, even if you're gender fluid,
I'm pretty sure people would.
than anything because of like, you know, women are supposed to smile and people tend to hate on a
Yum.
woman who refuses to smile more than a man who's an actual predator kind of thing.
I genuinely like her. I mean, I like drawing scouts.
I feel like because you're kind of antisocial, you'd probably get accused of being like a bitch a lot.
I'm like, man,
You know,
such a bitch.
I
People
feel-
like that. I'm like
can I-
drawing male characters kissing. Like, oh.
But that is just my
I'm gonna
impression.
go through the Rebecca Sugar tree.
And like, and it's not because of any behavior that's like wrong or anything. It's just because
Courtney,
that's how they tend to interpret
I'm gonna get the,
women in any space
I'm
that
gonna get-
is not super friendly or anything like that. If a man did the same behaviors, they'd be no problem.
There, I'm gonna get
So misogyny, basically.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get the- Oh, she's so terrible. Oh,
Do you
she
need
follows
me?
Oh, Crafty just said in chat, like, if a fan wants to make something to fit their own narrative,
or just like not
why not
respond
just
at
create
all,
your
but,
own
like,
story with your own characters and be done? For example, I'm slowly making my own story related to
And a
superheroes
girl
and villains since I got inspired by My
big
Hero Academia
titty,
and other anime and
What?
series. Ooh,
big titty.
yeah, I do
What do you
agree
like?
that a lot of people tend to
Yum.
Big
not
ass. It's
really
deep.
know creativity
No,
or think that
not.
creativity is so out of reach for them that they have to project their dreams of creativity onto other
no,
people.
I'll do with like the chainsaw man. Like, wow, that really sucked. You're like, literally, you ruined it. You're like, wow, I feel like something happened to my
The
character.
creator of Chainsaw Man is so fucking wacky.
He's
Huh?
ugly.
What about Chainsaw Man?
The creator of. Okay, you know how there was the movie based on the manga that was
The
next
Reze
part of
arc.
the series. Yeah, he
Yum.
went and watched the movie and then walked through like, I would never have done that to that character, and it's like, man, you're the one who made the media
You're like, man, you can't believe that
that he
happened.
created. He fucking criticized the creator of the story, even though it's his story.
I'm gonna do that to me. I can't believe that happened.
Everyone say hi to Top
It was
Hat!
No,
like,
do
and it
not.
was
I am being
the kind of
stealthy and
vibe
sneaky
of
like a little
he wouldn't have done
invisible
that.
man.
Well, honey, you do know that
Specifically-
I am like your immediate little siren, so there's no way you can be a solid snake with me.
Um,
I can try.
anyway, the
Watch as I go in the
reason
box.
and like the vibe of what I've seen was like the reason he never would have done that is specifically because he had the hots for Reze. Like he is an interesting character.
Oh, I bet.
For years, the creator of Chainsaw Man created a fictional little sister and pretended to be her on Twitter for years. Not in like a sexualization way, but
Right.
like she genuinely pretended to be a little girl.
And people got onto her the account because
Huh.
and only found out because of, like
Goody.
sharing like I don't know
Got
spoilers.
it.
But
Yeah.
that's not the funniest part. The creator also tried
Everyone's
to
got those
levitate.
things that they just dread
Tried
doing.
to like death.
So tell me,
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be that unhinged that people are like, maybe we should just
Just leave them alone.
yeah. I'm gonna be like, I can't believe that happened to Alex. I can't believe.
Yeah.
Who wrote that?
Every time I hear
Hmm.
something about the creator of Chainsaw Man, it's just that he's fucking unhinged in like the weirdest ways. It's not necessarily problematic, but he's just unhinged in the most hilarious and weird ways. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure no one will get
but-
parasocial towards me.
I've heard like the creator of Witch Hat Atelier has made comments about Quincy and how like he acts as if it's not her
have a
character.
waking night.
Funny. That's my favorite thing right now
I
is
can see how
creators who
waking
like
nightmares
make
could ruin a
comments
lot of
about
fun.
their own media as if they're not the one who made it.
Right.
Forgetting like what a name from and the creator literally told them to eat dirt. Like I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like that. Like, eat dirt.
And then you'd ask me if you were actually in the wrong, anxiously behind closed doors.
Eh.
Got it.
And you would ask me if you were actually in the wrong, anxiously behind closed
Okay,
doors,
no
while
one else
also
is listening.
everyone else is fuck you, and then me.
Terrible
Do
system.
you think I actually did something wrong? Who will?
Mm-mm.
Is this not normal? Who will?
No. They'll try to start stuff and then you'll come along with like problem here. I'm gonna make it so hard for people to have a parasocial. I'm going to make it so difficult. I'm not saying any shit.
And just fucking dip. Isn't it your bedtime?
And like chime in, but yeah, my like I'm going to make you know
Yeah. She's just No, I think she just likes sitting up there, and it's so small that her clothes always end up on the power button.
Phew.
What's going on with
I'm
Baffy?
glad no one on this island.
Her
has a
favorite place
hypocrite.
to sit is on top of this little dehumidifier I have in the office,
Aw.
and she's constantly turning it on and off. Like, we'll literally be in the bedroom and just hear, "Ding!" and it's Bava's turning the dehumidifier on or off.
Nice.
We
So
haven't
she
met yet.
decided to sit
Have
on
we?
top of it, even though
My
no
name's
one
Apple.
stared at her.
So glad to meet you, Apple.
It's like one of her
Hi, man.
favorite sitting places lately, and it's just like every time I'm just like, Bubba's, you turn it on or off again.
Apple pajamas. Yum. And that's it when you'll at Apple Tap. Crunchy.
I got burps and hiccups.
Macaroni.
Got grab.
Huh?
Also, I love how I've just been
You're a
chilling
rich
with
sugar. Terrible
Tomodachi Life
system.
while we've been talking about fucking Lolita,
Almost
Yaoi, and a
autistic.
whole bunch of other shit.
Oh,
I know, right? Especially
on 3.
conversations
The
with
first thing
places I
that
don't
comes
think it
to
would.
mind when you
Have
think of
fun.
the
Yeah.
I
chatterbox
will.
and
Have
pixie
fun.
sticks.
And I'm gonna be spending the next week questioning if I should have said any of this on stream.
Rent.
I mean,
Even if it's like my genuine opinions and stuff. But sometimes I try to keep the fact that I like really fucked up things private because I'm afraid of getting canceled.
Who of us in Pixie Sticks
again,
best
if people
represents
are
the
going to
chatterbox?
Coolsville us over this kind of
We all
bullshit,
agree it's Burp.
they don't know the full
Everybody gets
context. And plus, we're both
Fair.
pretty
Glad
small
I got
enough
everyone's
currently to
opinions.
where it's like, if we get canceled later down the line because of this stuff, if people see the full VODs and everything, they will know that, oh, we've already called this kind of behavior out while we have been conversing about shit like this. We promote
that
critical
is-
thinking here. If people don't want to use their brains, there's the door.
Yeah, fair. I'm just like, I have a bit of a weird fear of like stuff I say getting taken out of context and then getting canceled for it.
That's happened
that
to
makes
me.
sense.
That's happened to me, and I lost an entire friend group because of them being a whole bunch of dumbasses. So
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, it's just this weird, like, internal fear of mine of, like, I guess, kind of being canceled.
Yeah.
Same dream every night.
Because, like, drama like that is stressful and I'd rather not.
no, I get
Honestly,
you.
if it actually happens, I'd probably just ignore it, but, like, eh.
No, I get you. I get you.
I'd either ignore it or just be like, you did not see the full context, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Well, considering I had my video on Etymology Nerd, people only watched 1/3 in, disliked, bashed me in comments. Of like, really? You're literally just proving my point. If you want to die on the hill of going, we need to accept that the R slur is coming back and you refuse that, one, it's only coming back because it's still connected to its root in ableism and bigotry, and it's only been growing because ableists and other bigots have been emboldened by the current politics of the current administration. Fuck you. There's the door. You proved my point.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, the reason it's making a comeback isn't because it, like, what he was talking about is happening, like, the whole, where word gets reclaimed kind of thing.
Right.
That is not what's happening. It's coming back because people are just being assholes.
Right.
Like, people
Like-
are using it in the same
Sure,
negative
there can
context as
sure
a
there can be
slur.
some folks who may have reclaimed the term personally, but that does not mean that that is a general thing. That's like assuming like, oh, because of a few gay men or gay folks have reclaimed the F slur, is it suddenly okay to be using the F slur for like anyone and everyone? No. There's nuance, there's context, and if you refuse to listen to that context, especially when it's exemplified by someone who's part of that marginalized group, you are proving that, one, the term is not being generally used in a positive light, and two, you prove that when marginalized people call out the phenomenon and say no, you continue to devalue marginalized people simply because we don't fit your rhetoric.
Yeah, like, the only context I've heard it
you
used
have a
is
sec-
literally as a coping joke with people with, like,
you take a-
autism and other intellectual disabilities.
Same.
Well, intellectual disabilities, etc.
Yeah.
Like, and that is just as a way to cope because you've been called that.
Right,
or,
and
like,
that's
the
dark
impression of
humor,
that
and
kind
that
of
is
thing.
heavily nuanced. Again, that's
Yeah,
like a white
exactly.
person assuming that because some black people use the N-word around other black folks, that a white person is suddenly okay to use the N-word because, oh, black people do it, so why can't I? It's called context and critical thinking. Wake the
Yep.
fuck up or get the fuck out.
Huh. Feel
But-
like it.
It honestly doesn't surprise me that it. Considering the current administration,
your
doesn't
first
surprise
mystery,
me
Shadow.
making a comeback in terms of being used as a slur.
The
Uh-huh.
answer is
I feel like a lot of other slurs
Hilarious.
are also being used that way
Oh,
next
yeah.
more
Your
now
second
than it was a
mystery,
few years
Shadow.
ago, just because of the current
Continue.
administration.
Because people have been emboldened, yeah.
Yep.
The answer is
I know, Taic.
Copy. And finally, your last mystery meat shadow. Who do you think?
I am
The correct
tempted to
answer
want
is-
to end stream to give myself a little bit of a break
Apple.
before my collab with the Cabal. So I don't know if I want to take a break at 9 or 9:30.
Congratulations.
Because my stream with the
I was-
Cabal will be at 10.
I was originally planning to still stream just on my own. Of like,
Yeah.
I was thinking of doing mortuary assistant.
Ooh.
And then, like, I was kind of like, fuck it, I'm not gonna stream today. I
Nah.
haven't even got my schedule released.
No,
I've been
that's a
stream Friday.
mood. That's a mood.
I woke up at like 6 a.m. today. I've been up all day, and then took like a nap at like 3 p.m.
Why
I
were
don't
you up
know
so
why-
early?
I fell asleep at 10 a.m. yesterday, and slept through the entire fucking night. I mean, 10 p.m. yesterday, and slept through the night.
Damn.
Yeah, and then woke up at 6 a.m. and I was just like, damn, that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer it happen during the day because I'd rather sleep through daylight hours. But
Yeah.
that's besides the point. And I have a doctor's appointment early
Glad
tomorrow
that
at
was
like
only a
11
dream.
a.m. So
Oof. Shouldn't you want to try and go to sleep somewhat early so that you can be prepared for that appointment
Oh.
then?
What's up?
oh yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm
Also,
not
we're
streaming
doing
tonight.
we're doing good, Notaic. We have just been on a lot of tangents regarding some pretty dicey topics. From fandoms to Fuji
Yaoi.
to Yaoi to politics and the current administration. So a whole bunch of stuff rooted in marginalization of minorities from
All
women and
because I've
femme
been playing a yaoi
folks.
game. It started with me talking about playing a yaoi game while he's screaming.
It started with your Freudian slip, bitch.
Oh yeah, I accidentally
Don't say
I
it
went to
again.
say Twitch.
Don't say it again.
and said something else instead.
Yeah, all of this tangenting aside, what has everyone been up to?
Games.
Crafty said earlier, I already have some OCs, both old and new, slowly adding them into the story and such. Nice. Let me know how that goes. And of course, you're doing Yaoi, you fucking Fuji.
Yeah. Always.
I guess, like, a synopsis when it comes to today and the topics with Magnus and I so far is that you don't have to be high credential, super eloquent in how you talk to talk about and understand and criticize and discuss current events and things that you see that are a problem. If you don't like certain topics, I understand if they are triggering and uncomfortable for you, but there's a difference between a topic being triggering and one that you just don't want to hear because it's inconvenient for you. If you are the former, I understand you want to turn like the sound off and whatnot, but if you are the latter, you're not welcome here.
Kind of beat.
Not unless you
There's-
actually want to break out of
And there's
that
also-
ignorance.
A difference between those and just not having the energy for it currently.
Yeah.
Or like the brain power, because some days when I'm dealing with a lot of brain fog, my critical thinking skills are in the fucking toilet.
Yeah, no, I feel you with that.
Which I still do apply critical thinking, but that doesn't mean I engage in it, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
So-
this requires more thought
Watching a
than I
video.
can do right now, and I'm just gonna leave that to fucking later.
Yeah,
I
well,
hope
yeah,
that makes
even
sense.
something that is fun, something that is engaging, something that you like to do can be draining.
I'm almost. Oh.
Maybe I should either do a Word document or a Google Doc related to the story that I'm working on and the characters, since using some of the drawings that I made. Ooh. That'd be neat.
Don't fall.
What's going on with Baffy?
She's doing the drop and roll and almost fell off the desk.
That
Here. Here's your first mystery me, Shadow. Who do you
yeah, I
think
do
this is?
think my spoons are a little low right now, so I think I will call it at 9 at the latest to give myself a little bit of a break before I have my collab with the Cabal. Which
The
means
answer
y'all get to
is
see me hang out with
Damon
Bluey and friends. We will
Next
be
up,
playing
your
some
second mystery me,
Lockdown.
Shadow. Who do you think this is?
Like today my spoons were spent fast and I couldn't motivate myself to play anything. That's a mood, Notaic.
I haven't even had the spoons to make
The
a schedule
answer
and
is
release in the
Scarlet.
past 2 weeks.
I didn't
did
have the
finally
spoons.
make an
Your
announcement
last mystery me,
to
Shadow.
say I'm gonna be streaming Friday. I'm kind of trying a new
The
thing where
correct
instead of
answer
giving
is-
an exact time, I give like a time frame and we'll
Trees
do like
left.
an announcement right before stream. Like I'm gonna be streaming in an hour or like whatever.
Yeah.
Just because it will
Congratulations.
allow me like to accommodate my fatigue more.
Yeah.
And I'm moving my stream times to closer to like 6 p.m. instead of like doing the 9 p.m. to 12.
Yeah.
At least for now, my stream times are probably going to change somewhat regularly just to accommodate how messed up my sleep schedule is, because some days I'm sleeping 12 to 16 hours, and it's hard to keep a consistent schedule when you
Yeah.
get that much sleep. I am literally a cat. I just sleep in naps.
Besides, Eva's paint has been completely replaced with Clip Studio paint. Explain?
What?
Crafty said that in chat. I'm like, Eva's paint? Ibis paint? What happened to that?
Probably means they switched programs.
Oh. I thought they were implying like an acquisition or something. I'm like, what?
Welcome. Please come again.
You know what? I do think I may actually want to call it now just because I will still have my collab stream with the Cabal, but oof. I forgot how filling curry rice can be, especially with how much I had. But
Hey.
fair?
At first I was like, oh, did it make you nauseous too? And then I'm like, wait, he doesn't get nauseous because of anything even slightly spicy because he doesn't have a stomach disorder.
Ah, Aeolus, you just hopped in. I think I'm gonna be calling it for this stream for now. But I do have my collab stream with my brother in at 10 p.m., which is about an hour 15 from now. So who would we rather raid out to for now? Do we want to raid out to my friend Arp, who is playing Baldur's Gate 3? Or do we want to go to Shy, who is playing Sims 2 Castaways? How are we feeling, y'all? Oh, I got one vote for Sims. Notaic says Shy. And I see one more response in chat. Let me get the raid message. Here's the version for passersby.
Use my points.
Here. Oh, Okay.
They're
Okay,
doing
fine.
they're doing Lego building. I figured that
Ooh.
considering your
interesting.
partner, that might be up your alley.
Yeah. No, that is a really good idea. All right, so also, why do I feel like their username is a play on like a Tamagotchi? Anyway, let's check Horachi. So, don't forget that in about an hour 15-ish, I do have another stream set up, but we will just be out for an hour-ish so that I can get my spoons back. So, do know that while this is the end of this stream, this is not the end of our time together, as the Road to Dusk will always be open for another adventure. Thank you all so much for sticking around. Please have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your time zone, as we say. Bye-bye!